What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today we are learning how to play some trap tricks. So if you don't know, trap tricks, they search trap holes. The trap hole normal trap cards. They search them pretty well. But yeah, they recently got well, not recently so much as like lately, I guess they got a link monster. It's pretty good. And I don't know, I just wanted to give the deck a try, so I did some testing of this build, and let me tell you, it is slow. So slow, in fact, that we're probably only going to be doing a duel, assuming it goes the normal length that the duels that I tested it goes. But more on that later. For now, let's get right into the deck profiles, starting with the monsters. We are running in the main deck one Metamorphosed Insect Queen, free Traptrix Dionia, Traptrix Murmillo, Traptrix Coronatus, Traptrix Nephinus, ne Nephinfez? Nephies, you're Nephies now. And free copies of Parasite Paranoid. So let's go over everything, starting with the non-Traptrix. So Metamorphose Insect Queen, level 7 Earth Insect with 2800 attack, 2400 defense, and it cannot be a normal summon or set. It must be special summoned by a card effect. And by a card effect, blah, blah, yeah. If another insect is on the field, your opponent cannot target insect monsters you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects, so it protects itself, giving it Chaos Max protection, which is pretty solid. Let's see. Also, the card effects, at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, you contribute one monster. This card can attack an opponent's monster again in a row. Once per turn during the end phase, you can special summon a insect monster token, which is a level 1 earth insect token with 100 attack and defense. So, yeah, this is kind of our only way to push for serious damage. It's very searchable with the way we have this deck set up, but at the same time, the other trap tricks, they're not exactly hulking bodies that can OTK. So, we have this to have an actual, like, damage dealer. It protects half of our deck, half of our monsters, because, they're plants and insects, which is kind of weird, but hey, I mean, they protect some of them, so that's pretty cool. And then we also have Parasite Paranoid, level 2 Earth Insect, 500 attack, 300 defense. And as a quick effect, you can target a face-up monster on the field, equip this from the hand to that target. It becomes an insect monster, and it cannot attack insect monster. Also, its effects that activate by targeting insect monsters are negated. So basically, if the equipped monster tries to do anything to an insect, it dies. It can't. It doesn't. It's a hard once per turn, and if this equipped card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a level 7 or higher insect from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, generally speaking, if you have your Metamorphosed Insect Queen, and this gets sent to the grave, you can summon it, ignoring conditions. You can also do it to summon several other things, like perfectly ultimate great moth and stuff, but it's a little too spicy for us. It's a little too spicy. But now let's go into the actual trap trick monsters. Dionia, when it's normal summoned, lets you special summon a traptrix monster from your graveyard in defense position. And when it's special summoned, you can target a whole trap in your graveyard, set the target, but banish it during the end phase of your next turn. If it still is on the field, it is a hard once per turn. So this is our recovery, kind of. It's the best we can do. It's a rank 4, so that's pretty good. Helps us build presence, and we get the special summon effects of Murmillo and Dion of Murmillo if we can. So I don't know, that's pretty good. And speaking of Murmillo, let's get into him or her. Earth insect. This was a plant, by the way. Murmillo is a earth insect, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. When it's normaled, you can add a normal hole trap from your deck to your hand, so that's pretty much all of our hole traps. And if it's special summoned, you pop a spell trap. So this is just a little bit of spell trap control. It lets you search. It's like the best normal summon in the deck, so opening it, always a good thing. Next up, we have Traxxas Coronatus. It is normal summoned. You can add a traptrix monster from your deck to your hand. So we can search our Dionia to set up for plays next turn if need be. Search Murmillo, so on and so forth. And as a quick effect, as the you can you can target a set spell trap you control, return that target to the hand, then says spell trap from your hand. That effect usually never comes up, so you probably don't need to worry about it, but still. Oh, also I forgot to mention something. All the trap tricks share the common effect that they are unaffected by whole trap cards. So, mirror matches are insane, I can tell you that much. But anyways, the last trap trick monster we have is Trap Tricks Nepenthez, got it. Unaffected by whole traps. And if you activate a whole normal trap except during the damage step, you can add to your hand or special summon a trap tricks from your deck, except itself is a hard once per turn. So this does help you build up some field presence, so it's pretty decent. But she usually doesn't come up. She is nice if she does go off though, so don't expect too much out of her generally. She is also a 2000 wall, so you can set past her. It's pretty alright. So now let's get into spells. We are running one Dark Hole, free Cocoon of Ultra Evolution, and free Moon Mirror Shield. So first, I'll go over the Super Cocoon of Evolution by attributing a insect monster on the field that is equipped with something. You can special summon a level 7 or higher insect from your deck, or you special summon an insect from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions as well as its graveyard effect. During the main phase, you can banish this card, target insect in your graveyard, shuffle it back, draw a card. So it's consistency boosting, it's removal if we get paranoid, or in the mirror match if we give a Moon Mirror Shield. It's quick play, so it is some nice quick removal. Trivating, very few things get around that, so that is definitely helpful. But yeah, just good card, good consistency boosting, and Moon Mirror Shield. Uh, if you don't know what it is, I'll explain what most people do, but basically it says whenever a monster equipped with battles, its attack becomes 100 higher than the monster it is battling, and if it is ever sent from the field to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to put it on the top or bottom of your deck. So, we'll get into why this is important later, but it is a equip card, works well with Super Cocoon of Evolution, and well, actually, it helps us protect our Sarah. Sarah is a very important card, but is super easy to run over, so Moon Mirror Shield is just some nice protection. And then we have Dark Hole. Now, everyone knows what Dark Hole does, destroy all monsters on the field. So why Dark Hole over Raigeki, which is just subjectively better Dark Hole, because it only applies to your opponent's field. You see, Mashoto's a thing. Or Mystic Mind, Mystic Spell Mine, or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but it's an annoying field spell. It says that if your opponent has more monsters than you do, they cannot attack or activate card effects. So we use the Star Coal to clear our field because during the end phase, Mashoda will blow itself up if you have the same amount of monsters. So if I have 0 monsters and you have 0 monsters, your Mashodo's gone. So Dark Hole is just the secret tech in that regard. Plus, this deck cannot outboards very well. I'm not gonna lie. If a board is formed on this deck or this deck goes second, it is in for a time, let me tell you that. But you know what? Secret techs aside, let's go into the trap lineup, which is sizable. So we have one space-time trap hole, free bottomless trap hole, free traptrix trap hole nightmare, free floodgate trap hole, free trap trick, one network trap hole, and free Naturia sacred tree. So first, let's go over the one-ofs, that being space-time and network. Space-time trap hole says, when your opponent special summons a monsters from the hand or extra deck, shuffle that monsters into the deck, then lose 1,000 for each return monster. This is very good against Pendulum. It is. It's great against Pendulum. We have some more in the side deck in case we need more in that matchup, but it's helpful. It outs a lot of extra deck-centric strategies pretty easily. Surprisingly helpful against Thunder Dragons, worth the note. And then we have Network Trap Hole. It says when your opponent special summons a monsters from the main deck or graveyard, banish it face down. And it's very good for a lot of graveyard-centric strategies like Salamangreat. You know, they have the Mirage Stalio, they have Spinnies, they have a lot of special summoning from anywhere except for the hand, pretty much. So it's nice to have in that type of matchup. The issue is it doesn't always come up. So, you know, you can have it at 1, that's fine. Again, we have more on the side in case you ever come up against those matchups pretty frequently. Now we'll go over the non-trap hole cards, that being Naturia's Sacred Tree and traptrix. So Naturia's Sacred Tree, the first effect search is Naturia, so it doesn't matter since we don't play Naturias. However, once per turn, it lets you tribute a earth insect or an earth plant to special summon a earth of the opposite typing to the field. So this lets us get our special summon effects off of Murmillo. It searches out every traptrick monster. Like, it's just a very good consistency boost mostly. And then trap trick, you can banish a normal trap from your graveyard or from your deck. Why did I say graveyard? I don't know why, but yeah, you can banish a normal trap from your deck, then set a copy of that trap from your deck onto the field, and it can be activated during that turn. So it's just a more consistent way to get to our free main trap holes, which we should go over right now, which is bottomless. When your opponent special summons a monster with 1,500 or more attack, destroy that monster with monsters with 1,500 or more attack, and if you do, banish it. So this is just some quick removal for like Saryuya or any of the big extenders, or just big monsters in general if we can deal with it. Let's see. Then we have Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare. When a monster that was special summoned this turn activates its effect on your opponent's side of the field, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that monster. So, if someone it's a disruption. You know, it makes it a little bit easier to deal with larger things. Again, Saryuya, the best example I can think of at the moment. But yeah, it's a disruption. It negates and destroys. Pretty solid. And then we have Floodgate Trap Hole. When your opponent summons a monsters, change that monsters to face down defense position. Monsters changed to face down defense position by this card effect cannot change their battle position. So, say your opponent decides to Pendulum Zone, or they be bold. They summon something to the extra monster zone that is not a link monster. You hit them with a Floodgate Trap Hole. They're not using that extra monster zone anymore. Like, really, it is actually such a useful thing. Like, against pendulum decks and decks that don't really use links much, it's just super helpful, and that makes it very easy to out install till you can get to the Metamorphosed Insects Queen. So, yeah, pretty solid. So that's the main deck, and now we're gonna go into the extra deck. We have free Traptrix Sarah, free Mrs. Radiant, one Nightmare Cerberus, one Nightmare Phoenix, one Nightmare Unicorn, free Traptrix Rafflesia, one Baguska, and Utopia, and a Lightning. So let's start out over here with Traptrix Sarah. This is the most important link monster, and the one that I really want to show off. So is a Link 1 with the arrow pointing straight down is a Earth plant that requires a traptrix monster, except a Link monster. And this Link summon card is unaffected by trap effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Sarah once per turn, as if a normal trap is activated, you can special summon a traptrix monster from your deck with a different name from the cards you control. So say you already control Murmillo, you cannot summon another Murmillo. And if your other traptrix monster's effect is activated, except during damage, you can set a whole normal trap directly from your deck. So this is a huge consistency booster for the deck. Uh, Off of a trap hole, you get a monster, and you can replace that trap hole. Like it's just nuts what this card can do for you. But it only has 800 attack, hard to protect. Thus, why we had the Moon Mirror Shield. But I went over that a little bit earlier. Let's move on. This is Radiant. 2 Earth monsters. All Earths gain 500 attack. All wins lose 400 attack. And if it's destroyed, you can target an Earth monster from your graveyard, add to your hand. All of our monsters are Earth monsters, so that basically just lets us recover anything. It's a nice attack boost, actually lets us push for some damage with our littler monsters. It's pretty good. Right now we have the Nightmare package, let's see. Spins, pops spell traps, pops special summon monsters. I really don't need to go over them more than that, I don't think. They just require 2 monsters with different names, 2+ monsters with different names though, so be aware of that. Now we have Traptrix Rafflesia, which is actually kind of interesting to me. So it requires 2 level 4 monsters, 300 attack, 2500 defense. It is a plant. And it's unaffected by track effects while it has these materials, and it protects your Traptrix monsters, except for Traptrix Rafflesia. So they can't be destroyed without our card effect, and it also draws targeting effects to it. So it's pretty decent. However, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach a disease material from it, send a trap hole trap from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can make the effect that trap hole effect. So it's just another way to get to your more one-of type disruptions. It is unfortunately very slow to make it, but generally speaking, it is fairly helpful to have. It protects your trap tricks. It's a big body. It's pretty good. Now we have Baguska. It's just really is just a stall card. I'll explain it if I ever come to it, but basically in defense position, activated card effects don't activate, and attack position, it cannot be targeted by card effects. That's what you need to know about Baguska. And then we have Utopia, the lightning, to beat over big things because it can detach to Xyz material to be bigger, essentially. Alright, so yeah, that's the extra deck. Now let's just go into the side deck real fast because that will be fairly easy. We have Imperial Order, pendulum decks and such are sort of coming back into the fray. So it is kind of nice to have this as a potential option since we mostly play trap cards. I already went over Network Trap Hole, Breakdown Trap Hole. When a linked monster is linked, summon destroy all monsters on the field that are not linked. So it's a pretty cool board wipe. It's not awful, so I mean, yeah, searchable board wipes are nice. Storming Mirror Force because it's good against Thunder Dragons. Already went over the time space. Free Twin Twisters for a little bit more spell trap removal that is not in monster form. And then free Gabriella the Mystery Dust Kaiju it is a because it is a insect type monster, meaning we can give it to an opponent, give them say a Moon Mirror Shield, or the Parasite Paranoid, and then hit him with the Cocoon of Ultra Evolution. So, yeah, it's a little bit better that it is an insect for that synergy. So, I might remember I mentioned earlier that we are probably only going to be doing one deck game. That's because this deck is slow. Not slow like, oh, it takes eternity to get started. Like, slow like it's terribly slow. Like, you just, you can't. Like, Sarah seriously does help accelerate it, but at the same time, your turn 1 play is like the best turn one play is summon Murmillo, search bottomless, or whatever trap hole you think is most necessary, turn it into a Seraph, set the trap hole. If you have a Moon Mirror Shield, great, but that's kinda the best you can do. So, yeah. Based on the timing of the game, we'll be doing one, maybe two games. I do not expect this to go to all free because that would take a long, long time. But yeah, if you're new here, we normally would do free games. Hope we do well, and then talk about the deck afterwards. But today's a special situation, so we'll do some amount of games. Maybe it's wild and they go fast, but we'll still do the talking about the deck stuff after. So yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys in the first game. Okay, welcome to maybe the first game with Sand. We are Chris Hansen, because we are using Chris Hansen's deck here. If you don't know, Chris Hansen is the guy from To Catch a Predator. See, he uses these trap tricks. And he's like, ooh, there's a predator nearby. You want to come get these trap tricks? And they're like, ooh, I don't know, Chris Hansen. But then he's like, oh, you want it? And they go and get it. And then Chris Hansen's like, ha, gotcha. Alright, but yeah, we actually got a good opening hand here. So let's go ahead and search something we don't have. Space-time is tempting, but bottomless is just as good unless we're playing against like Thunder Dragons. Alright, so now we will go ahead and summon Sarah. Activate the Moon Mirror Shield. And now we're just gonna... special summons... Honestly, it doesn't hurt to have all of these set, so we'll just set them. Yeah, I'll set 5. There we go. So this is a really good turn for us. Unfortunately. So, alright, so I think Floodgate just stops his whole turn, and if he's playing pure Cybers, then, uh, he kinda needs Cybers on the field, so... we'll go with Nethys. Because we have the potential to activate more trap holes here. Alright, so Dot Scraper will be summoned. Plays around the bottomless like a pro. Alright, so there's the Karibo. This could get rough here. Hey, Infralink Flyer. Does he just stay on the Karibo? I'm not really sure. He might actually. He might. I don't know enough about regular Cybers. Like, he appears to be going off, I think? I'm not really sure. So there's the security dragon. We'll go ahead and negate it. And we can summon a new trap trick. As well as set a trap hole. Hmm. I suppose... God, this is a tough choice. Dionia. I kinda want it in my hand. But we do get a trap hole back, so that's pretty good. Now we'll set the space-time. Okay, so what do you do, bud? You end your turn, fair enough. Okay, so we are in a really good spot here. So we'll normal summon Dionia. Dionia's effect to revive Murmillo. Murmillo effect. Sarah to get another trap hole, sure. We can go ahead. Let's see, we have space-time, bottomless, and network. Uh, let's see. Floodgate's not very helpful, so I think nightmare's our best bet. Alright, so now we will be going for a... We could Xyz summon here. Let's see, we know that's the Lancer, so we can... Let's see. Honestly, lightning might be the best thing here, so... Boop, boop, boop. Now we're going to be special summoning lightning. Like this. Yeah, we win. Okay, so we can probably do another game, but yeah, that's basically how the deck runs. You go first, make Sarah, and then hope you can just control the board well. But yeah, so that was game one. We can actually do game two. That went a lot faster than I thought, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, welcome to the second game of Player. Hopefully we'll run the rock, paper, scissors this time. Okay, we didn't. Seriously, I never win the rock, paper, scissors when I use this deck, but we do have a pretty decent hand, actually. So our opponent's playing another cyber deck, okay. What? This is... Uh, is this the same guy? Did I accidentally play the same guy? See, I know Formud Skipper is actually Spicy Tech and, like, Sky Striker. Because it takes a Link monster's name. So you can copy one of your Sky Striker Ace Link monsters, then go into something. So it is actual some spicy tech somewhere. Right, so linking for the Code Talker. I believe that lets him search a spell or a monster. I don't know. Alright, so we sent the Dot Scraper. Dot Scraper comes out. As long as he's not linked to anything, we're probably fine to just Dark Hole when the turn comes around, right? But dang, I'll have to go back during editing and look if this is like the same guy, because if it is, that's kind of embarrassing. But oh well, I mean, I guess we get to learn about pure cybers. Right, so Link Disciple. Contribute one monster this card points to, draw one card, then place one card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. This points to nothing, so you're just gonna climb into Transcode Talker. Which lets you summon back the Code Talker, okay. Let's see, does it protect you? It's co-linked and it gains 5. Also, opponent cannot target any of them with card effects. You cannot target one in your graveyard. Special summon to zone this points to. Okay, so it doesn't protect them. What about you, Xcode Talker? Doesn't this just, like, not do anything? Or am I just being dumb? Feel you only use Xcode. Uh, I can just drop a Dark Hole and, like, blow you out. Oh. I guess it does kind of protect. Well, that's still fine. We have plays. Yes. No. Let's see. What do we want? Space time is always good. So yeah, let's actually get space time. In this matchup, it's really good. So we can hang out with Sarah, or a better idea. So we stick on Mermillo. We attack over the Link Disciple. Go into main phase 2. activate our boy Paranoid to make this not a Cyberse. Then we set a few face downs, like so, and leave it on that because our Murmillo is a insect. This transcode can no longer do anything to us. Yeah. Let's go ahead for the traptrix nightmare. So he can try to... Oh, he's just going to run straight into the battle phase. Fair enough. The point is, we're not going to take a huge amount of damage here. Let's see, does that just summon itself? I don't know a lot about this deck, actually. But I think we're in a good position here. We are down to just a plant, unfortunately, but... double Neff is not good. That's not good whatsoever, actually. If he's smart, he'll probably just stick with this. So the best thing for me to do is set and hope he just chooses to activate a monster effect, I think. Nope, he's just gonna battle. He has figured out the game plan. Pure Cybers player has figured out the game plan, boys. This is no good. If we can draw into, like, Dionia here, I think we can pull this back, but still gonna be hard. Still... Wait, actually no. Cocoon of Ultra Evolution, like, just outs him right here. What am I waiting on your end, though? Let's see. Entire level 4 graveyard. He added that to his hand. Yeah. Actually, no, not worth. Sea Archiver. But banish it. Inverted Code Talker. Let's see, if this is linked, you can special summon a Cybers monster from your hand. Actually, no, I can't because I will lose life points. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. I messed it up. I let myself get too low. But yeah, we have another paranoid. Like, that's a thing, I guess. Doesn't really help us at all, but who knows? We have a plant. We have a plant. We'll set this. End our turn. There's really not much else we can do here outside of maybe go out on our own terms. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Unless he just decides to link everything away right now. Oh yeah, he figured out our game plan. No. Good job, Pure Cybers player. He just continuously beat into us. No. So yeah, that's a win and a loss. I mean, we still have a little bit of time, so we can do game 3, I think. Yeah, hopefully it'll go well. I'll see you guys there. Alright. Welcome to the final game with Magno Free 60. Alright, sick, we actually won a rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so we got a 60 card something. A 60 card something. Okay. Not much we can do with this hand outside of, like, make Sarah. Make Sarah set free and pass. We'll definitely hold on to the trap trick to see what he's playing. Alright, so yeah, Galaxy Cyclone. Slightly better MST? It doesn't really tell us what he's playing. This is a tough call. See, we already have double bottomless, so I'm not super concerned, but you're just doing a link spam thing, so I think the traptrix trap hole nightmare is a little bit better in this situation. And now we do get to make a summon, so that's pretty cool. Assuming he doesn't have like an ash blossom or something here. I'd be very sad if you opened ash blossom in your 60 card deck. No, it's just a widow anchor. Well, that's unfortunate. 60 card Sky Striker? I guess. Like, okay. Oh, shoot, he got the... He's gonna search his multi-roll. On the bright side, we can just bottomless his stuff, so that's... This isn't super scary, I don't think. He's gonna activate the Carved Demise, of course. So yeah, now he's gonna search his multi-roll. Naturally. Or no, the jamming wave. Uh, as long as he doesn't hit our other bottomless, I still feel very comfortable with where we're at. Yes. No, you don't get that. Yeah, end your turn. Hey, sick. Denogia. Alright, so... Normal. Yes. Revive. Probably has another Widow Anchor. Oh. Okay, shoot, that's fine. Battle. Attack. Like so. Right, main phase 2. Just go for another Sarah, honestly. End phase. Alright, so far so good. Somewhat gaining the edge here. So he's gonna use the area infinite permanence. Yes, because I'm unaffected by spell traps. You silly person. Murmillo. In defense mode. Murmillo's effect to pop this face down. If we pop the area 0, he gets cards, which is no good for us. And now we can go ahead and reset another... space-time is actually good here. Not sure, I guess he didn't read Traptrix there, so he didn't know it'd be unaffected by trap cards. That's the only thing I can make out. So you activated your effect. We're gonna go ahead and Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare that. We do not get Sarah's effect again, unfortunately. Right, popping his own area 0, that's actually smart to get the Sky Striker Ace Ray. Battle phase, what do you attack over? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah, because he chain blocked. He chained. Alright, so going ahead and attacking over Murmillo, that's interesting. Because the chain there, and, that's one thing I actually didn't mention. All of the normal hole trap cards are win effects. So that's interesting, to say the least. Tribute itself to... it doesn't really help us in the hand, so we'll put it on the bottom. That's fine. Is there a reason space-time isn't activating? Let's see, when your opponent special summons monsters from the hand or extra deck. Okay. Cocoon of Super Cocoon of Evolution. Okay, so he has the Afterburner. Needs to target a monster for that to work. So we can hold off for now, I think. I'm not too concerned. Unless he's playing multiple Kagari. Okay, so that's fine. Then he can't do battle damage this turn. Alright, so we got another area 0. God, I hate struggling against like just 60 card decks because it's like 60 cards and whatever. Okay. A Sacred Tree, that's pretty good. I can go ahead and set this Sacred Tree, that's not a big deal. I just really need to hold on to the Super Cocoon of Evolution. Because it potentially outs his whole steez. Oh wow, just hit Widow Anchors, why don't you? But he's going for the Afterburner. Interesting. I'm not really sure why he would do that. I guess he can get the Search and Ian phase, but still. Uh, weird pick, weird pick. Like, we know he has an Afterburner set, so... Alright, there's the Galaxy Cyclone. Doesn't really matter. Sure, you can have it. I can't search in Echuria, so... Joke's on me, I guess. But we have another tree. Activating the twin. Fine, go ahead. I do not mind that. I don't know what you do here, so... do you just have, like... So he has, like, 2 Afterburner set. He's gonna be getting the Shark Cannon. A Hercules Beast base to get the, Kagari back. Fair enough, fair enough. I guess he goes into Kagari here to try to push. I think, that's all I can think of. Kagari, try to push. Oh yeah, that's exactly enough, actually. Well, shoot. Okay, then. Now the question is, does he style or not? Oh yeah, he styles. Man styles, without a doubt. Not sure why you're even getting that multi-roll. Yep, so that's game. I lost to this. This 60 card Sky Striker thing. It's a thing. This isn't even a deck. This is a thing. Like, like, unless it's Infernoids, I hate losing to 60 card decks. Like, it's actually the least consistent way you could build a deck. Again, unless you're Infernoids, because, like, you need the extra cards. But, like, Sky Strikers? Sky Strikers do not need the extra cards. Like, ugh. I hate that I lost to this. I really do. But I mean, I guess we did kind of brick, but that's still whatever. But yeah, that was traptrix. I guess my main problem with it is you can't protect Sarah super well. Like, I tried to put in protections for it, but it's just so. It's really difficult. It's really, really hard, just unfortunately to do. But I mean, we did get a win. It got to show what the deck could do. So I'd say all in all, pretty good showing. But if I can improve it anyways, let me know in the comments. If there's any decks you want me to try, sure, I'm willing to do whatever deck list, anything kinda. But yeah, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.